What makes us human? More specifically, what makes us individuals? Some might say it is the way our brains are wired at birth, the electrical impulses and brain waves that are irreversibly imprinted upon us as we develop in the womb. Others might say it is our experiences, the trials and tribulations that we endure and overcome that make us who we are. Regardless of your definition, we each possess traits that make us unique, even if only in small ways. For most, this sense of individuality is the most precious of things. We are naught but bones and meat without it. Fortunately, we can take solace in the fact that our sense of self is something that can never be taken away. Others may crush you, they may break you, or they may kill you, but no one or nothing can rob you of who you are. Can they? Based upon a science fiction novella penned in 1938, The Thing tells the terrifying story of a hostile alien organism discovered in the unrelenting Antarctic ice. Voted by Science Fiction Writers of America as one of the greatest science fiction novellas of all time, the story entitled Who Goes There sets the foundation for what would become arguably one of the most beloved horror movies of all time, John Carpenter's 1982 classic, The Thing. While the 1982 film is ostensibly a remake of an older adaptation entitled The Thing from Another World, Carpenter's work holds the honor of more closely following the actual events in the novella. While Carpenter's film performed poorly at the box office upon its release, it has since been enshrined in the annals of cinema as a horror masterpiece. It is not difficult to see why this is so once you witness the alien thing prey upon its victims. A small part of the thing being such a terrifying and fascinating creature is the mystery surrounding it. All that is truly known about the monster is that it came from space millennia ago. Some have theorized that the ship it crashed in was not its own, and was merely infecting the original pilots before it landed and became encased in ice. Others postulate that the thing has overtaken countless worlds, and has subsequently consumed the minds and memories of countless organisms, granting it a superlative intelligence to not only operate an advanced spacecraft, but build another one from scrap procured on Earth. While the true form of the thing is never revealed, it may not be unreasonable to assume that it does not truly possess any root form, even at the cellular level. Having conceivably evolved over the span of millennia by ingesting and imitating other life forms, it stands to reason that if such a base template ever existed, it has likely been discarded in favor of traits that more efficiently serve the purposes of assimilation. When not imitating the life forms of those it hunts, the thing will erupt into a writhing, flailing mass of limbs, tendrils, and even fluids to disorient and subdue prey. Despite its extraterrestrial origins, one can identify the characteristics of several terrestrial organisms, albeit with great difficulty, in the attack forms that it adopts. Dogs, insects, octopi, echoes of potentially countless worlds not dissimilar from our own, all seem to metamorphose within the malleable flesh of the thing. To put it simply, it is everyone, and it is no one. The thing, while gruesome and alien in nearly every respect, is at its core nothing more than an animal. It never speaks of its own designs, never attempts to communicate beyond what is needed to blend into the group it is imitating. It does not attack out of hatred, rage, or ideology. It hides in plain sight, watching and waiting until it finds the perfect moment to strike. It is at this moment that it will ingest its victim discreetly until all biomass has been absorbed and a duplicate can be created. While it does not openly exhibit any motivations beyond survival and propagation, it is certainly not stupid or purely instinctual. Either by way of observation or consumption of minds, the thing can readily use tools, operate machinery or destroy it, and employ strategy to lure victims into secluded areas. Despite these displays of higher-order thinking, the thing is never shown to desire anything more than to preserve its own life, to merely feed and continue its growth. This is what makes the thing so utterly frightening. You cannot reason with it or beg for mercy, no more than you could an insect or an amoeba. The thing does not possess a terrestrial anatomy. As such, all conventions of medical science do not apply to it. From its exhibited behaviors, it is most likely a conglomeration of extremely small organisms, perhaps even cells, functioning together en masse in an unprecedented display of hive mentality. Any small part of it can operate as an independent entity, and can likewise attack and consume a larger victim, albeit at a much slower and agonizing rate. It is all but indestructible to conventional weaponry, shrugging off bullets and blunt force trauma as if nothing. Any damage that does not outright kill it can simply be regenerated, although it will need additional biomass to maintain its size. Its size also seems to contribute to its level of intelligence. Larger things can bide their time far better than smaller ones, and can therefore blend more effectively. Smaller components, such as the thing's blood sample, operate solely on instinct and will expose itself if subjected to danger. It is theorized that this is due to the inability for the smaller things to form a brain or a more complex nervous system. While the thing is almost impossible to kill through typical means, it is weak to fire, explosives, and molecular acid. These mechanisms destroy cells at their most fundamental level, thereby ensuring that the thing has nothing left to infect new tissue. Be warned, however, just because it stops moving does not mean it is fully dead. The Thing is one of cinema's most terrifying entities, but not for reasons that might be immediately apparent. While the thought of being ripped apart and digested by an unfeeling life form will certainly give someone pause, ultimately what makes the Thing so unsettling is what it exposes about ourselves. Despite being a social species, human beings are typically slow to trust one another. This fact is exacerbated by our proclivity for paranoia and fear of betrayal, and most of all, our loss of self. The Thing represents an unparalleled intrusion into who we fundamentally are as individuals. It robs us of our identities, erasing us from existence, and then poses among our communities, our colleagues, our friends, even our families. It begs a terrifying question. Would those who love us, who know us best, recognize an imposter that could perfectly imitate us? If they cannot, then what is it that makes us who we are? Take care when you ponder such things. Many have been driven mad in the pursuit of understanding the self. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to support my channel and buy me a coffee, check out the link below. Any and all contributions are greatly appreciated. Feel free to comment on a monster you'd like to see in a future video. I'm always seeking inspiration for new content.